Hello everyone, I am Shikha. Now I am taking the question answer part of our course book New Broadway, including chapter number 1, The Shell Falls Apart, poem number 1, How the Tortoise Got Its Shell, and chapter number 2, Tempest. Question answer from chapter number 1, The Shell Falls Apart. Question 1 is, in the beginning of the story, how does the writer describe the night? Answer is, writer described the night was impenetrably dark and as black as charcoal. Impenetrably means so dark that you cannot see through. So the night was very much dark like charcoal. Question number 2, who is Okonkwo? What was his family doing in the darkness of the night? Do you think the setting is perfect for the storytelling? Answer is, Okonkwo was Igbo leader and wrestling champion. His family sat on a mat on the floor after their supper of yam fufu and bitter leaf soup. Yes, I think the setting is perfect for storytelling. So Okonkwo was a wrestling champion and the leader of Yagbo, and his family was busy in storytelling after taking their dinner of yam fufu, that is a vegetable, and a soup made of bitter leaf. And the setting for the storytelling was perfect. Question number 3, nothing that happened in the world of the animals ever escaped his notice. He was full of cunning. This line is out of the text of this chapter, and some questions has been asked from this line. For question number 1 is, who was he? Why is he described as full of cunning? The answer for this question is, he was tortoise. He is described as full of cunning because he always began his mischief. So, who was cunning in this story? Tortoise was cunning in this story because he always starts showing his mischievousness. Question number 2 is, what did he notice in the world of animals? The answer is, he noticed that nothing that happened in the world of animals ever escaped his notice. So everything that happens in the world of animals remain in tortoise notice. Question number 4, why did tortoise plan to go to the sky? The answer is, tortoise planned to go to the sky to attend the great feast, and that was given by the birds. Question number 5. Initially, the birds did not want to take the tortoise with them to the feast. What was the reason? What made them change their mind? Do you think this was a good decision? Answer is, the birds did not want to take the tortoise with them to the feast because tortoise was cunning. Birds changed their mind because tortoise told them that now he is a changed man, and all birds agreed. No, I think that this was not a good decision. So, in the beginning, birds were not ready to take the tortoise with them to the great feast. But when tortoise accepted now he is a changed man, then birds agreed to take him. But this was not surely a good decision. Question number 6, tortoise became the leader of the group because he was a great orator. Orator means the speaker who addressed the party. Question number 7, a host in the sky will accept us to honor this old age custom. This is another line from the text, and some question has been asked from this line. First question is, what was the custom? The answer is, the custom was that all the people will take new names for the occasion like great feast. So this custom is decided by tortoise that everybody, whoever is going to attend the great feast, he or she is going to take a new name for the party. Next question, why did tortoise talk about the custom? The answer is, tortoise talked about the new custom because he wanted to take his new name as all of you. So tortoise wanted to keep the name of all of you for himself. Question number 8, why did the host consider tortoise to be the king? Answer is, the host considered tortoise to be the king as he looked somewhat different from the others, because tortoise was the only animal among the birds who look different from the others. Hello everyone, I am Shikha. Now I am taking the question answer part of our course book New Broadway, including chapter number 1, The Shell Falls Apart, poem number 1, How the Tortoise Got Its Shell, and chapter number 2, Tempest. Question number 11. What happened to tortoise shell in the end? In the end, tortoise shell broke into pieces. Next question. In the end, parrot, who had felt angrier than the other, suddenly changed his mind and agreed to take the message. This is the line from the text, and some questions from this line are: what did the birds do in anger? Do you think this was the right thing to do? The answer is the birds took back the feather they had lent to tortoise. Yes, I think this was right thing to do. So all the birds lent one feather to tortoise before moving to the great feast. But when tortoise cheated them, then each and every bird took back the given feather from the tortoise, and this was the right decision taken by the birds. Next question. Why do you think parrot changed its mind? The answer is parrot changed its mind because he wanted to teach a lesson to tortoise. Next is, what message did parrot give to tortoise wife? Parrot told tortoise wife to bring out all the hard things in the house. So exactly what happened, tortoise told parrot to send the message to his wife that bring all the soft things out of the house, but parrot wanted to teach a lesson to the tortoise. That's why he changed the message and told to tortoise wife that she has to bring all the hard things out of the house. Here are some new words from the chapter that were left during the explanation. Impenetrably is called hard to see in dark. Cockcrow is called daybreak. Mortar and pestle means hard bowl and a stick to crush the thing. Notorious is well known for being bad. Red camwood means red sandalwood powder. Sweet tongue means sweet talk. Voluble is called loud. Plumage is called feathers covering body. Eloquent is expressing opinion by language. Yam pottage means soup made of yam. Hoe is called sharp garden tool. Matchet means a large knife. Cannon is called heavy gun. Dawn means early morning. Massiveness is largeness. Cunning is bad. Orator means public speaker. Custom is called tradition. Delectable is tasty. And grumble means complaint. Question answer from poem 1. How the tortoise got its shell. Question 1 is, what is the occasion that is being celebrated in the poem? Answer is, Zeus' wedding was celebrated in the poem. Zeus is the god of sky, lightning and thunder, whose wedding is celebrated in the poem. Question number 2. Who was invited to the feast? All Zeus creatures were invited to the feast. Next question. All Zeus creatures sped. Who are the creatures? Why did they speed? Sped is the second form of speed. So why did all the creatures were speeding to the feast? Answer is, many creatures are there like flyers, creepers, crawlers, hunters, biters, fighters, hooters, gulpers, borers, etc. They sped to attend Zeus' wedding. So different type of animals were speeding towards the feast because they want to attend the celebration of Zeus' wedding very eagerly. Each and every type of animal I have explained with the example in the explanation of my poem. Question number 4. Why weren't you there, my friend, the day that I was wed? This is the line from the poem. Some question has been asked from this line. First question, who says these words to whom and why? Answer is, Zeus says these words to tortoise because only tortoise had not come on his wedding day. So only tortoise was left, was not attended Zeus' wedding, and except tortoise, each and every animal has attended Zeus' wedding. Next question, what is the answer given by the friend? The friend says, a wedding feast is fun, but I'm a simple one. I'm happy by myself. There is no place quite like home. So tortoise was friend of Zeus, but even then she wants to be alone at home. She does not like to attend any kind of celebration. That's why she stayed at home on the day of Zeus' wedding. Question number 5. The tortoise did not go to the feast because she loved staying at home by herself. Next question. What punishment did Zeus give to tortoise? Answer is, Zeus told the tortoise that from this day on you'll carry your home on your back forevermore. So after getting this answer, Zeus became a little angry and told to tortoise, from now onwards you are carrying a shell on your back and that will be your home, means you like your home very much. So now from all the time you are carrying your home at your back, and from that day onwards tortoise is having a shell on its back. Hello everyone, I am Shikha. Now I am taking the question answer part of our course book New Broadway, including chapter number 1, The Shell Falls Apart, poem number 1, How the Tortoise Got Its Shell, and chapter number 2, Tempest. Question answer from chapter number 2, Tempest. Question number 1. There is a description of a violent storm in the story. Who do you think has caused the storm? Which lines tell you so? In this story, we came to know about a violent storm while going through the story. So it is asked who created that storm and the lines which show you about that storm. Answer is Prospero has caused the storm. The lines that tell so are, no one has been harmed, Miranda. Everything is I planned for your sake. So Miranda was the daughter of Prospero, and Prospero is saying these things to Miranda, that he himself has created this storm for her sake, and this storm is going to create harm to no one. Question number 2. No one has been harmed, Miranda, said Prospero. Everything as I planned for your sake. I have used my magic to help right a great wrong done long ago. These are the lines from the text, and some questions are based on these lines. First question, who is Miranda? Answer is Miranda is Prospero's daughter. Next question, what is wrong that Prospero is talking about? Answer is Prospero's brother Antonio threw Prospero and Miranda out and himself became the king of Milan. So years ago, Prospero's brother Antonio take Prospero and his daughter Miranda out of Milan and he himself became the king. Next question, does Prospero tell Miranda about it? Answer is Prospero does not tell Miranda about it. Question number 3. Prospero calls Caliban a faithful spirit, a treacherous wretch. Why does he call him that? Strike out the wrong phrase. Some phrases for Caliban has been given. We have to find out which phrase is wrong. Prospero calls Caliban a treacherous wretch, not faithful spirit. He calls him that because Caliban was a monster and tries to kidnap Miranda. In this story, there is a character Caliban, and Prospero regards Caliban as a treacherous wretch. Treacherous wretch means a deceptive and unhappy person, and faithful spirit means a loyal person. So according to Prospero, Caliban was a treacherous wretch because once he tried to kidnap his daughter Miranda. Next question, pick out the phrases to show that Prospero is fond of Ariel. Fond of Ariel means Prospero likes Ariel. Answer is the phrases that show that Prospero is fond of Ariel are faithful Ariel and sweet spirit. So these are the name by which Prospero used to call Ariel. Next question, describe the appearance of Caliban and Ariel. Answer is Caliban's shape was like a man, but its skin was covered with glistening green scales and its eyes were as yellow as lizard. And Ariel was a young boy with golden skin and white wings on his heel. So Caliban in fact was a monster in the body of man with the shining green scraps on his skin, and he was having yellow eyes as lizard's eyes. And Ariel was a young boy of golden skin and white wings, and he looks like a handsome spirit and a loyal spirit. Question number 6. Who says these words to whom and when? Some statement has been given. We have to find out who says these statements to whom and when. First is, I do not seek revenge, only justice. This is said by Prospero to Ariel when Ariel was going to bring Ferdinand. Ferdinand was the prince of Naples and son of Alonso. Next is this a spirit, father? This is said by Miranda to Prospero when she saw Ferdinand before her. Next is foul spirit, why do you trouble us? This is said by Antonio to Harpy when Harpy attacked on Antonio and Alonso. Harpy was basically disguised Ariel who attacked on Antonio and Alonso because they conspired against Prospero, and Ariel works for Prospero. Last statement is, let a old hate be ended by their young love. This is said by Prospero to Antonio when Antonio reached Prospero. So at the end of his story, when Prospero meet with Antonio, who was his brother, then Prospero pardoned Antonio. Last question is, Prospero says, I do not seek revenge, only justice. Is justice melted out in the end? Answer is yes, justice melted out in the end, means everybody got justice at the end of story. So here we have completed the question answer of chapter number 1, chapter number 2 and poem number 1. With that I end this video. Meet you soon.